Hey, what's up, peeps? Now I got the romantic lighting going on. I was thought maybe I'd have to turn on the lights, but it's just I'm side lit from a frosted window. I don't know if that's romantic or very French model of me or what, but it's been hot here. I wanted to get out of the way. Yes, it's not 100 whatever, all that stuff, but the difference is it's like, you know, when it snows somewhere that doesn't have snow, and everybody that deals with snow all winter is like, it's 2 inches, what's the big deal? It's because places where it almost never snows don't invest in like snow removal equipment and sanders and all this stuff. So it takes much longer to react to that than, you know, a place that as it's snowing, they got all the plows out and stuff like that. Using CBL Vistea Cubebe, very, again, hot weather scent, so very citrusy, one might say, and the Asylum RX, the fresh feather Pro Guard blade in it. So anyway, yeah, we where the whole San Francisco Bay Area is tons of microclimates that you know, within a mile of another one you could have, I would say, significantly different weather. I mentioned before where we would live, where right here, and where I work is, I don't know, 2 miles down the road or something like that. But where I work, there's a gap in hills that kind of leads up to San Francisco, and you'll hear about the San Francisco fog, and that fog comes blowing right through there. So many times it's nice and sunny here, and I get to work and it's just gray and 10 to 15 degrees cooler, sometimes more. But that's not unusual that city is often just very gray and foggy when the rest of the Bay Area is sunny. Anyway, and it's like much cooler, but also where we live here is much cooler than a little farther. Like if you go 10 miles down south and then all the way to the bottom of the bay, like San Jose, that's much warmer. In the summertime, it's not unusual that they get 100-degree plus temps. You go over the bridges to the other inland side of the bay, Oakland and farther east, same thing. We can easily be beautiful 70s here, and you go over there and they're in like the 90s and stuff. It's just we get the cool air from the ocean. Pacific Ocean's a pretty cool ocean. Temp-wise, cool. But so just like that, the houses here and north of us up into San Francisco, it tends to be, I think, fewer homes have air conditioning than do, because this summer, I don't think we ever got in the 90s during the actual summer time here. So certainly really not in San Francisco. You know, so it's like, why invest in upkeep in something the chances are that you will never use or very rarely use. So yeah, so we're just not equipped to stay comfortable in the warmer temperatures, and I don't know what's going on. It's been in the 90s here for a while now. One day I got home from work last week and it said it was 97 at the house. You know, which again, if you got air conditioning, you know, okay, you deal with it while you're going outside or from your car to the store or whatever, but also no breeze. So, you know, you get kind of I ain't gonna say moist. You just get sweaty, and there's nothing. And it's not cooling you off, and it doesn't cool down at night. And I'll tell you, it's interesting, the whole shows how complex systems on our globe are and stuff. You'd think with all the technology we have and stuff like that, we'd be able to predict the weather pretty well. And I guess in terms of it's being 40 degrees or 90 degrees, they could give a pretty good shot of, which is more likely for the next day. But every single day for a week, it's been hot. And then the next day, the predictions show that it'll be at least 10 degrees cooler and then keep cooling down. And then it's not. And then, every day it shows it'll be cooler the next day. So you got this like, okay, we'll just make it through today. Make it through. Yeah, I get it. We're not going to die, but it's super uncomfortable. And you just get tired. I think that's everybody's thing, right? You don't want to, if you're outside in the sun, yeah, it makes sense. Or you're outside being active, but for a lot of everything, you just want to be able to be home and be comfortable. And when you can't be comfortable, it's just annoying. So anyway, we went into the city yesterday to watch Wicked, the musical. I think there's a whole group of people just obsessed with this thing, I guess. As with anything, I suppose. I'd say I give it a 7. I'm blurry to me because I don't have my glasses on. I'm wondering if it's behind me is lit better and this whole thing is focused on the door jamb there. But yeah, it was fine. The music was not terrible, and a couple really good songs to me. I'm not a huge musical person. I would say, I didn't, again, not being a musical person, everybody's hyped about Hamilton, and it's the rap musical. It's not rap. And I saw that, and I'd say that's well worth everybody seeing. To my mind, in terms of musicals that I'm aware of and stuff, I'd probably say that's an easy 9 out of 10. Maybe 10 out of 10. I just, all encompassing. It was great. Good music, good acting, good dance, motion, all this stuff, good sets. And I would just say I like set stuff. And I know it's difficult moving a lot in and out. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe a 10, given what it was. Anyway, I give Wicked a 7. 7. The sets were not impressive, and it was a half hour too long. The thing was 2 hours, 45 minutes with a short intermission. We were talking about it on the way home, and I didn't know anything about the story. I knew basically it had to do with the story of the Wicked Witch, her background and stuff. And that's all I knew. And my wife kept saying, "You want me to tell you the story so you know what's going on?" I said, No. I'll just see what it was. But I'd say the first half would have been maybe the 8 out of 10, and the second half 6 out of 10. It's just the songs were not as good, and it felt like they were just okay, let's wrap up the story. It's good. They spend all this time in development of the story and stuff, and then it's okay, here's the end of this line, here's the end of that line. It's anyway, we went in early to 2 of our kids with us, so we thought we'd do the whole dinner and show thing with them. And the restaurant we went to, we had to walk away because we decided at the last minute to do that. So all the restaurants near the there's Lemon. Near the theater were all booked up. So we had to walk maybe 5 or 6 city blocks. It wasn't awful, but again, it's warm, uncomfortable. And we get there, and you keep thinking, oh, we'll get there, and then we'll hit the doors, and it'll be cool, and we'll just relax. And no air conditioning in the restaurant, doors wide open, Italian restaurant with a pizza oven, just, right there. So you're Anyway, Anyway, that was I'm ready for it not to be hot. And I don't even know now like I say every day it says like the next day is going to be cooler. This moment of Bob brought to you by Hombre's Barbershop, the sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. Did they change their jingle? Did they? Maybe they went for new advertising. The sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. Oh, sounds like you could sell used cars. You know, it's interesting. I got my hair did yesterday too at the Odell Barber. And while I was waiting, the dude in the chair apparently had managed a restaurant just across the street from the barbershop. The barber was talking about investing in a restaurant with his buddy. Why am I going down? The shave's done. I'm starting like a new story. But it's interesting because the manager dude said at one point I don't know what he worked for or whatever, but they got hired to manage a restaurant in San Francisco. And they wanted to increase their local neighborhood patrons. And I don't know what they did, but they got more people showing up. And the guy said to the owner of the restaurant, like, hey, are you reading your reviews? And he said, no. And he goes, you got to do that. And because they talked about bad customer service, you know, and I just thought that just struck me as weird. Like I guess if you're a cook or a chef or whatever, maybe you're not thinking about the service side of things or the business side, but you're getting like free input from people that are experiencing your product. That's like gold. Why did I go down this road? That's weird. Because we were in a restaurant, maybe just because, well, they can't do anything. If they don't have air conditioning, they didn't have air conditioning. But see, it's too hot. Oh yeah, and I'll finish off with Truefit & Hill West Indian Limes. Man, this is to me a classic bottle, historical historied bottle. It did not taste good. I bought this actually in London at Truefit & Hill years ago, prior to the pandemic. Man, that's going to be a whole timeline thing. Like, what did that happen? What's the PC? Pre-COVID? But then post-COVID, it'd be PC too. Antes COVID. Anyway. What else? What else? It's Sunday. We got a cadre Zoom call today. Fun. Just chatting about nothing. Just guy stuff usually. Old guy stuff more specifically. And then Drinks and Dave's on Tuesday. We're kind of, it's tough. We got lives. I mean, come on. You guys are not sending us cash where we can just quit our jobs and live off a thing. So we haven't been hitting every Tuesday. Let's see. I was on vacation, which I think we're talking about this coming Tuesday. We'll have this Tuesday, then Dave's on vacation, and then I got some other stuff going on. So it's like hit and miss. So I apologize for that, because it's kind of tough. We like the interaction. We like the folks watching us live, just chatting with us and asking questions and commenting on what we're talking about stuff. But I have to acknowledge it's probably tough to, if we know when we're on, but for people to keep track of the notifications and all that stuff, I'm sure you don't revolve your lives around Drinks and Daves. Oh, what's cool about Drinks and Daves? I wore my Drinks and Daves, which maybe I should wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to tell the story on Drinks and Daves in 2 days. See you on the forums.